All right, so this video that I'm doing now will be about ego and the real person. So I'm gonna call it ego and the real person. So I'll start off. So first of all, when I talk about ego and the real person, what I'm talking about is who you really are. Who your ego is out there plus who you really are. The real you. You know what I mean? And let me explain this. So, you know, when people talk about, your day ones are the real ones, the friends that you had when you were a little kid that you went to kindergarten with, you know, those same people, you're still talking to them, you're still in communication with them to this day. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Now, this is what I say when it comes to ego and the real person. What if all you guys started off in the same kindergarten school or class or whatever the case is, and let's say even your families knew each other, right? Let's say that, right? When it comes down to ego and the real person, you know, and that's something that starts becoming clear pretty much when you become a teenager. You know, when you're like 16 years old, that's when you really start understanding who you really are, you know, in this world, and who your ego and what your real person is. And I would say more so when you're 18, 22, 23, 24, 25 years old, 26 years old, up to like 30 years old, you know, and that's why I believe some people have midlife crises, because I think they're just waking up to who they really are and what their ego is versus where they started and where they ended up. Yeah, I mean, why would I talk? Let's say there was 20 other kids with me, right? Why would I talk to all those 20 other kids at the same time when I get older? I'm not saying that I would not talk to any of them, but really, what kind of role can they play? Because we're all different kind of people. We have a different ego and a different persona, and like our real person. You know what I mean? It's like me saying I batted for the little leagues when I was a kid, and now that I'm an adult, I'm still gonna bat for the little leagues. You know, it's totally ridiculous. You know, now that you're an adult and you're achieving a lot more and you're doing better, it's not even just about doing better, just the identity itself, to have the right identity, the right persona. Now, this is something that I wanted to talk about, but I ended up opting out and I didn't do this video a couple of days ago. I wanted to talk about misidentification, because this has happened to me, and I actually posted a video on it I think it was about 2 months ago or something, around like 2-3 months ago. I posted a video on misidentification. I didn't call it that, but that's what it was essentially. I was basically saying that, you know, sometimes people are looking at me thinking that I'm somebody that they know in their life or someone they're familiar with, and they think that's me, but they're wrong. And I put that video up, and I kid you not, it was just such a real video. You know, it was just crazy. But in this video, what I want to tackle my current issue, and I've had this a couple of times. You know, the last time it was very, very small. It was a small interaction I had with someone who was working, a young girl who was working somewhere. You know, I just went to buy like food or whatever, and I went there, and she was very happy to kind of see me, and she starts getting really cheerful. Oh, just conversating with me, and I'm not responding. And, you know, and a lot of times I've had people just that you don't even know around you kind of pressure you, you know, just be whatever the person thinks you are. And I'm not, it's, you know, I could say I'm an asshole, but it's not just that. I'm just very, very into like being real. You know what I mean? And a lot of people hate, it's usually weaker people who hate that about me. You know, oh, why do you do that 24/7? You know, just do it once in a while and act this way, the other. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is me 24/7, man. This is who I am. So she starts going, oh, hey, you know, all this cheerful stuff and saying certain things to me, and it's not really computing. You know, I'm hearing this stuff, and I'm like, okay, sorry, miss. You know, like. What do I owe you? Okay, can you give it to me in a bag? You know, whatever. Like, I'm just talking through, but I'm not being rude. But I think that's when she realized that she had me wrong. And that's happened quite a few times recently. You know, it's like you know, people just get the wrong identity, and there are people out there who are lying about it, and that's why they believe that. I've had, it's crazy. I've had undercover cops pretend that, that they were my personality type, or they were my real ego or persona. Like, not at all. You know what I mean? Now, and it's stupid because people would just make shit up and use evidence. Like, there's one thing I like to do that I haven't done on my videos. I like doing voice characters, I call them, right? I do like, and it's fun to do it, but I don't do it in front of people. Like, I do it very, very close. You know what I mean? I don't like to do it openly because I don't want to offend people. I'll do a Chinese accent. I can do a Middle Eastern accent. I can do a Latin accent. I could do what else can I do? I can do black accents. I can do the ghetto. I can do African accents and stuff. So I can do a lot of different, different even European accents and stuff. And I have a lot of fun with it. And sometimes I'll do like a woman's voice. I'll do a man's voice, and I like to screw around and joke around. You know what I mean? But that's really under clothes. I don't like to do that in public and things like that. Right, but for example, I've had that, and the thing is, you know what, man, like wherever you go, you gotta, when you keep your ears listening and you keep your eyes looking out, and you'll find there are people within whatever group, and if they're a little bit more mature and a little bit more understandable in their head, they can identify it right away, and they know that it's bullshit, and then they identify you, and they know that you're not whoever they think you are. You know what I mean? Versus sometimes there's people, they're younger, they're just not in their head, and they're like, oh yeah, this is just me. No, I've never been an undercover officer, and I'm not an undercover officer. And I talked about me in the police community and all that well before. But it's not just that. You'll get the idiot. Oh, the lovable idiot. Oh, that's him. No, you got it way wrong. You know what I mean? Oh, he's a church boy. No. Oh, he's a nerd. No. Oh, he's a jock. No. Oh, he's this, he's that. No. You know what I mean? None of that. So I've experienced that lately. Misidentification, and it's crazy, man. And you know what I mean? And like I told you, I assessed myself a couple months ago, and I was like, dude, I've hit a level and caliber in my life that I've never hit before, and it's like so high. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, and at this point, it's just more known, just more kind of known and understood. But yeah, that happens, and I gotta tell you, man, really, understand that when you see a guy like me, you gotta understand, you don't misidentify. You know what I mean? Don't be too quick to be like, oh yeah, I know someone like that. Oh, don't misidentify. The other misidentification I don't like is a cultural one. You know what I mean? A guy is Egyptian, for example, or Namibian, or Kenyan, or whatever, Ugandan, I don't know, Moroccan, whatever he is, and he goes, well, I got a guy like that in Morocco or in my Moroccan community, and let's say, oh, he actually robbed the bank, or he was a big time robber, and he's the butt of our jokes, he's a loser, whatever, right? And that's when I like to correct people with their misidentifications. I'm not Moroccan. You know what I mean? So the next time you say my name, don't expect to deal with a Moroccan guy. Okay? Maybe think about dealing with a Latin guy, or a European guy, or a Latin guy. You know what I mean? If you really think about it, don't come at me with you're in my community thing. Especially with people in Africa and stuff, or Oriental Africans, Orientals, Indian subcontinent people. Don't come at me with I got a guy like that in my group. That's a misidentification. I'm not in your group, man. So don't expect that you're gonna say that, especially publicly or openly, and you're gonna say that about me, and you're gonna get away with it. And you're gonna go deal with some guy in your community. No, you're not dealing with a guy in your community. You're dealing with a Latin guy right now. So be prepared for that. Is there anything else that I can talk about? It's really not much more, But I mean, I gotta tell you, I'm not a mean person, and I know that there are sometimes girls and guys or people, and they make that mistake genuinely. They go, oh, he's just like my friend Harold or Aaron or whatever he is, oh, he's the same. You know what I mean? Like, don't make that mistake, man. You know what I mean? Don't make that mistake. And it's not even about upper class, lower class. No, you might, oh, I have a friend, John. He's a big millionaire, but he's blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, do not confuse me with the wrong type of person. You know what I mean? Really, when you see me, try to get your identification on point and try to get it right. Other than that, there's nothing really. I gotta tell you, Latin people are the best, man. I'm sorry to say that, but Latin people are the best. We're the best people in the world, man. We're the best people in the world in everything, man. All right, I'm done.